Many of our traditional rulers are just like us today. They are well educated, they're visionaries, and it would be wrong for us not to leverage that opportunity to seek to forge the strength that we need to move forward as a people. They have better access to the grassroots, and if we're going to lift Africa up, there's no way we can do it without reaching out to the grassroots level. It's really to work with them to get them to understand their role as custodians of culture in sustainable development. So if we're going to really move sustainable development forward, we really need to make sure that it goes parallel with culture, because culture is really that which is being developed. So it's very important that we start at that level. The true wealth is in the heart of the people. The true wealth is in the culture of the people. And oftentimes we forget that. So African Peace Organization does very simple thing, which is promoting cultural harmony and cultural sustainability. Now, as simple as that sounds, believe me, it's a lot of work. Bringing the kings together. If you look at African Union, this was formed to bring the nations together, isn't it? What we haven't really done is bring the kingdoms together in that same fashion. As it is from the kings that slaves were taken, it is from the kings that nations were taken, right? It is that which was destroyed, and it's taken so long to restore that. Kings are human beings, right? So they make mistakes. However, that system is the true north for Africans. That is the true way for Africans to govern themselves, to understand themselves, to actually love themselves. Most of the kings that have been introduced to it have welcomed us with open hearts. You can see some of the signatures from various kings that we have met in different times and different countries have signed up. That's a symbol of support. This is people-led project. So everybody is coming together, and that's what it takes to build what we need to build. The idea is that we can do this ourselves, and we also want to make sure that everyone is vested in it. So we're creating a kind of economic portfolio that would allow the indigenous to participate, to invest in this concept. And much of the work that the traditional rulers are going to be doing, obviously, is ensuring the role of culture in sustainable development. Take, for instance, you are a women champion. Much of the women development programs in Africa has to do with traditions. Many of our traditional rulers are able to help change the perception of people that hurt women just by traditions. So let's think of female genital mutilations, for instance. That's something that they can help tremendous, and they are already doing that. But imagine that at an institutional, traditional level. If we want to repair something, we need to know what has been damaged, right? When you begin to look at that, it is the spiritual value that provide confidence for humanity that has been really damaged in Africa. To restore that, we have to go back to our true spirituality, the true content of humanity, that yoke that makes us. It's very distorted now. What we realized is that to do that, we have to repair the culture and the system of governance, which is mostly inherited from cultural hegemony. You will see that it only subserves the interest of colonial governments. So we realize all of that. The real difference here is that we have to look away from that. We know you can make money from selling gold and diamonds, we know. But perhaps humanity is even more important. And restoring that humanity is where we turn to culture. You know, who said it so well is Leopold Senghor. He said, when we're lost, we turn to culture. That culture is our natural compass. And we have been lost for a while. And that's why we've turned to culture, and we found that there's a way here. Now, if we get it right in Ghana, we can get it right in Africa, we can get it right everywhere else. Some of the things that we need to develop, right, is how we together can support the part, each one. So that is when Ghana is celebrating, we all come together and celebrate with Ghana for Ghana. When Senegal is celebrating, we all come together and celebrate with Senegal. It's called the African Royal Kingdoms. This is just the kingdoms. And every interest is documented electronically. It's documented those who have things to put in the museum willing to do so. Otherwise, so that's the whole idea. They will have meetings. Those who want to be part of it can be part of it. We have too many of them. We can make up rules. If those who don't obey these rules cannot even be part of it. So you can imagine what we can change with this. And they are doing it for themselves. That's the most important thing. And we people can invest and influence them and be part of it. It's a simple concept. We must embrace it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.